A few years ago, in UAE, a young girl got on her school bus like she did every day. But that day, she fell asleep and was forgotten. The bus was locked. No one checked. By the time she was found, it was too late. She didn't return home. Imagine if something as simple as a motion sensor or a smart bus checking system had been in place. This wouldn't have happened. Technology could have saved her life. But my name is Aethen Thomas Varghese, here to talk to you about the future I want to build. Technology isn't just about preventing tragedies, it's about creating opportunities and changing lives. For example, in a small village called Kondaredipalli in Telangana, something remarkable happened. There, now every single home, school, clinic, and other commercial buildings now run on solar energy. And the villagers can even earn money if they return any extra power back to the grid. This small community built a model of clean, shared, and sustainable power, powered by innovation but driven by people. The two stories I've just said show two sides of the same future, one where technology could have saved a life, and one where it's improving lives every day. My vision of the future brings both these realities together. It's a world where innovation isn't just smarter, it's kinder, safer, and greener. That's the future I want to build. Can I ask you all a quick question? How many of you here are wearing a smartwatch or a fitness band right now? Okay, so how many of you here have tracked your heart rate or your sleep using it? So, if technology can help us track our steps, why can't it protect a child from getting locked inside a bus? If a smartwatch can tell us how many calories we burnt, why can't it warn us when a child goes into an unsafe zone? And if we can check our sleep score every morning, why can't a school get an alert when a student is feeling unwell? Well, that's the real purpose of technology. Not just to make us smarter, but to make us safer, kinder, and more connected. That's the real purpose of technology. Now I'll be explaining to you the different concepts I've integrated into the future I want to build. Now, the first concept is called the IoT, or the Internet of Things. I'm pretty sure all of you here have heard about the Internet, but have you ever heard of the Internet of Things? Well, it's a fancy name, but a simple idea. Imagine if your watch could remind you when to drink water, or if your school bag could text you when you forget a book, or if school buses could tell when there's a child inside. That's the Internet of Things, or IoT. It means that everyday objects like watches, school buses, and lights can be connected to the internet and can think, talk, and even take action. It's like giving the world a superpower, the power to sense, communicate, and protect. And when we use the IoT in the right way, it helps us learn, keep us safer, and even protects the environment. That's the future I want to build. So imagine this, a school that knows when you're absent, a classroom that can adjust the fan speed, a playground that alerts teachers if someone wanders too far, and a school bus that can tell when it's empty. That's the IoT. Now, the second concept I've integrated into the future I want to build is called Society 5.0. This sounds futuristic, but it's actually a really simple idea which was developed in Japan. They imagined a super smart society where technology works with humans not instead of them. It's where innovation solves problems quietly, respectfully, and intelligently. And today, I feel inspired by that idea, not to copy it, but to envision what it would look like in our world, in our schools, in our cities, in our lives. My dream is a future where technology doesn't replace us, it supports us, makes us more human, not less. And if we build with care and creativity, even simple ideas like smart classrooms and connected school buses can make a massive difference. And one day, we might realize we've created something like Society 5.0 right here. A future where tech protects us, empowers us, and brings us together. So far, we've seen how technology could benefit humans through making our schools safer, our cities smarter, and our lives easier. We've talked about buses that check themselves, watches that protect us, and classrooms that learn along with us. And all of that is powerful. But let's take a step back. What good is a smart school if the air outside is polluted? What use is a smartwatch if the water we drink is contaminated? Or if the food we eat comes from animals that are unwell or treated badly? Well, the truth is, technology can't truly make us healthy if the world around us is unhealthy. And that's why we need to think bigger. Technology should not only help humans, it should help all life. Because our health isn't just about us, it's linked to the health of animals, plants, and the planet itself. This idea is what scientists call One Health. It's the basic idea that human health, animal health, and the environmental health are all connected, like three parts of the same ecosystem. If one part suffers, they all do. So, when we build the future, we need a vision where tech protects not just people, but nature too. A future where our smart cities clean the air, protect wildlife, and keep our rivers pure, while keeping us safe and strong. Because protecting everything around us is truly how we protect ourselves. Now, let me ask you all a question. When was the last time you checked the weather app and instead of seeing sunshine or rain, you see this warning? In places like Delhi, this is not rare. It happens almost every winter. The air pollution gets so bad that schools are closed, people wear masks, and not because of a virus, but because of this super polluted air called smog. Imagine growing up breathing that, or imagine a marathon where the air harms your lungs more than the running. This is what happens when cities keep growing, but not in a smart or clean way. So here's my question. Can we build cities that are still truly livable, healthy, green, and still modern? Well, that's where the idea of my e-city comes in. E for electric, E for eco-friendly, and E for everyone. Now you might ask, why e-city? Well, most cities nowadays run on fossil fuels, cars, buses, factories, all releasing harmful gases. When we drive a petrol or a diesel car, we leave something behind that's called a carbon footprint. In places like Delhi, this footprint has become so large that winter air becomes a blanket of smog. People suffer, trees suffer, animals suffer. The city itself becomes unlivable. Now I'll be explaining what makes this e-city different from normal cities. Well, in this e-city, electric mobility will have more privileges. For example, electric cars, bikes, scooters, and buses can move freely. All EVs can park for free, and they can charge at solar powered stations around the city. Kids can cycle safely, and elders can ride the e shuttles comfortably. The second difference is that in the city, there will be polluter pays. Fossil fuel vehicles can still enter the city, but they have to pay an entry fee and a parking fee. And if they want to skip this fee, they'll have to buy a meal or rent a bike or even shop at a local store. The money goes back to the people. Now, the third difference is that in the city, there's going to be green points for every eco friendly activity you do. And now, the fourth difference is that in the city, there's going to be a large peripheral parking bay. At the edge of the city, we will build large parking bays which are run by the local self governing bodies. And these can become economic zones with shops, markets, small food courts, and even co working hubs. You can park your car, spend locally, and travel to the city using e shuttles. Now, the fifth difference is that this city will use IoT smart integration. Every vehicle, charging station, bike dock, and sensor is connected. A single app can show important information like live traffic, EV charging station availability, health status, and even safe cycling routes. Now, the sixth difference is that this city will provide local jobs and circular economies. You can be a charging bay operator, an e shuttle driver, or even work in the maintenance team, which are all meaningful local jobs. And this city becomes a circular system where money stays in the community. Now, for the final difference. This city is designed with One Health in mind. There will be nature zones, green rooftops, clean lakes, and animal friendly spaces throughout the city. Roads will have separate lanes for cycles and shuttles. There will be less noise, less heat, and more connection. So here's the big picture. An e city is not just a place, it's a mindset. It's where technology heals, not harms. It's where the economy circulates, not concentrates. It's where health belongs to humans, animals, and nature together. And because everything is connected, this e city can track air quality from every zone, carbon emissions from vehicles, available chargers and battery health, or even walking or cycling patterns. And in the city, the more you use clean transport, the more points you earn. And you can spend these green points at local shops, recharge passes, or support green projects. This kind of city doesn't just reduce pollution, it grows opportunities. Local people can run parking, charging stations, e shuttle services, and breathe clean air while doing this. Now, I want you all to imagine you're standing at a crossroad where one path leads to a crowded, noisy city full of polluted air and dying rivers, where the other path leads to the same city with the same technology, but with a purpose and a heart. And if we choose this path, every child will get home safe, every animal will have a space to thrive, and every tree will breathe as freely as we do. That's the future I believe in. Because technology isn't our destination, it's just a tool to help us get there. Let's choose the right path and let's build that better future together. Thank you.